Greetings, classmates of CST-229, and of course, hello to Josh, our instructor. My name is Jonathan Schenkel, and Jonathan will be my preferred name throughout this course. I'm excited to take on this challenge of a 6-week course here for the latter part of this summer. I just finished up another 6-week class in English. And so a brief introduction to myself as requested. Like I said, my name is Jonathan. I was born in Phoenix, Arizona. And when I was 3 years old, my parents relocated here to Virginia and lived in the Northern Virginia suburb of Fredericksburg, which I'm sure many of you have at least heard of, perhaps driven through 95 heading south from DC. Currently, I live in Manassas, but grew up in Fredericksburg, went to high school there, and have essentially lived in Northern Virginia almost all of my life. I have been fortunate to travel extensively overseas. I spent 8 years after high school working for a nonprofit organization, and the longest trip that I made overseas was spending 10 weeks at one time, and that was in 2014 in Istanbul, Turkey. I was working there with my wife and with a team of students, and we were doing humanitarian work during the Syrian refugee crisis, serving there in the country of Turkey. At that time had the largest amount of refugees from the country of Syria inside of Turkey's borders. Currently, I live in Manassas, Virginia, as I believe I said. I live with my wife and our two boys. We have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and high energy, especially during this quarantine. Why am I at Nova? So I'm taking courses at Nova working towards a degree in communications. As I said before, I spent a lot of time after high school working for a nonprofit organization and did some college classes here and there that I got credit for, but didn't fully pursue a degree. Thought I would work in either business or in the nonprofit world. Currently, I am working in business. I'm an insurance agent. I work for a company called Humana that primarily serves a niche market, which is the Medicare space. And so I work in all over Northern Virginia, Fairfax, Loudoun, Prince William, primarily those counties. But in order to move up into management or pursue other fields that I'm interested in, unfortunately, a bachelor's degree is almost always a requirement, no matter how much job experience you have. So it's not bad. I enjoy school. I enjoy learning. I want to be a lifelong learner. I'm seeking a degree in communications here at Nova, and then after that time, hope to transfer to a 4-year university and pursue a degree, Bachelor's of Arts in Communications. Currently taking CST-229 because it was in the degree pathway as a communications elective, and the intercultural, cross-cultural communication is something that I'm interested in. As I said before, I've traveled extensively overseas, a lot of familiarity working cross-culturally, but always excited to learn more and to establish, again, a strong foundation and paradigm through which to work cross-culturally. So that would be my hope for this course, essentially, is to improve my intercultural understanding and establish further my paradigm for working cross-culturally, which I hope to continue doing throughout my life. As far as worries or concerns regarding this course, my main concern is the timeline. The 6-week nature of the course is extremely fast-paced. And like I said before, I do have a family with 2 children and work a full-time job as well, so it's a bit of a challenge doing school on the side, especially in such a fast-paced program of a 6-week class. As far as communication skills, strengths and weaknesses, I believe my strongest communication skill, actually I would consider intuition or empathy, perhaps you could say, but essentially I feel like I'm pretty strong in coming to an understanding of other people's thoughts or feelings or position through their words and body language, and it's something very key to my job right now. As far as understanding what people's true desire or true need is, and then having worked cross-culturally in the past, I felt like that was something I was good at. As far as weaknesses in communication, I would say perhaps large group presentation would be the greatest weakness. I'm not uncomfortable with speaking in front of groups. I do small group presentations of about 20 people frequently for my job, but as far as large crowds in auditorium, I feel like I am weak in the ability to be clear and concise in my thoughts and still, I guess, express that in a compelling way. As far as dealing with the pandemic, which I believe was the final question, getting outside has been the best thing that we've done. As you can see, I'm outside right now at our gym, which finally has its pool open. and bike rides with my kids, going to parks, playing outside, as well as traveling. We took a trip working remotely, so a little bit of a work vacation. Went down to Charleston, South Carolina, and Florida. Took my family to St. Augustine, Florida, where I used to go frequently as a kid. So traveling has been a way to escape that as well. That was a nice getaway, and we're grateful to be able to have that opportunity. Look forward to continuing this course with each of you. Wish you all the best. Thank you.